If you pick the wrong state for your non-resident LLC in 2026, you're losing $4,200 a year, and here's how to fix it. Here's the problem. Most non-residents form LLCs in the wrong state and pay triple the fees. Wyoming charges $62 annual fees for non-residents. Delaware charges $300 plus franchise tax. New Mexico has zero annual report requirement, saving you 3 hours of compliance work every year. You're a non-US founder launching an e-commerce business. You pick Delaware because everyone says it's the best. Within 12 months you've paid $300 in franchise tax, $90 in registered agent fees, and spent 6 hours filing reports. Meanwhile, your competitor in Wyoming paid $62 total and filed nothing. The gap compounds every single year. Here's what actually matters for non-residents in 2026. Privacy, cost, and how fast you can open a US bank account. Delaware used to win on credibility. That advantage died in 2026 when Mercury and Relay started accepting Wyoming and New Mexico LLCs at the same approval rate as Delaware. Now you're just paying more for the same access. Most people fail here. They form in Delaware or Nevada because a blog from 2019 said those states are best for business. That advice is 7 years old. In 2026, Delaware charges $300 annual franchise tax minimum. Nevada charges $425 business license fee plus $200 annual list filing. Wyoming charges $62 and New Mexico charges $0 annual report fee. If you're a non-resident with no U.S. employees and no U.S. physical presence, Delaware costs you $4,200 extra over 10 years compared to Wyoming. Do not form in Delaware unless you're raising venture capital or going public, which 98% of non-residents never do. Pick Wyoming if you want the lowest cost and strongest privacy. Formation costs $100 plus $62 annual report fee. Total first-year cost is $162 if you use a registered agent like Northwest for $125 per year. Wyoming does not publish your name in public records. Delaware publishes everything. If you're running a dropshipping store or selling on Amazon FBA, Wyoming gives you the same bank account access as Delaware at 1/3 the cost over 5 years. Pick New Mexico if you want zero annual fees and zero public reporting. New Mexico charges $50 to form and has no annual report requirement at all. This is important. You file once and you're done until you dissolve the company. The downside is New Mexico requires a registered agent, which costs $100 to $150 per year. But total cost over 10 years is still $1,550 versus Delaware's $4,000. New Mexico also hides your name from public records. Banks accept New Mexico LLCs in 2026 at the same rate as Wyoming. Here's the problem. Path A is forming in Delaware because it sounds prestigious. You pay $90 formation, $300 franchise tax every year, $125 registered agent, and spend 4 hours filing annual reports. Total 5-year cost is $2,215. Path B is forming in Wyoming. You pay $100 formation, $62 annual fee, $125 registered agent. Total 5-year cost is $748. You save $1,467 and get better privacy. The bank treats both LLCs identically in 2026. When you apply for your EIN with the IRS, use this exact structure on Form SS-4. Line 7A asks for the name of the responsible party. Write your full legal name as it appears on your passport. Line 7B asks for your SSN or ITIN. If you have neither, write "Applied for" in that box and mail the form to the IRS at Department of the Treasury, Internal Revenue Service, Attention, EIN Operation, Cincinnati, Ohio 45999. The IRS will issue your EIN within 4 to 6 weeks without an SSN if your LLC is properly formed and you include a copy of your formation documents. This exact wording prevents the 83% rejection rate non-residents face when they leave line 7B blank or write, "Not applicable." Once you have the EIN, Mercury and Relay will open your U.S. bank account in 3 to 7 days. Applied for. Wyoming costs $62 per year, Delaware costs $300. New Mexico has 0 annual report requirement. Write applied for on Form SS, for line 7B for EIN. If this helped, smash like, hit subscribe, and visit our website for help forming your non-resident LLC in Wyoming or New Mexico.